Hey everybody, it's Debbie. Welcome to your home, your happy place. So glad you're joining me today. Yeah, we're gonna decorate today and I missed you. Thank you so much for all your positive comments for my last video. Every now and then, I really love to share things that are not decorating, especially things that I can link for you. So that was so much fun for me, and also for your feedback on the length of videos. So most of you want the long ones, but you said whatever works for me. And I think maybe 2 or 3 of you said you prefer the short ones, but you still were whatever works for me. So I so appreciate it. We're just so busy this summer, and finding the time to really plan something out is, I mean, I suppose if I did like just a bookcase or something, I might be able to pull things off like that, but I tend to do a whole room. And so we'll see how it goes. But I've already done this room. I'm going to put it back together with you. So I wanted to kind of go through some of these rooms as I start decorating now so that I go over the details. I love talking about some of the fixtures and things like that. So I'm just going to go around the room real quick and then we'll decorate. This is the absolute smallest room we have. It is, I don't know the size. I should have told you what it was, but I don't know it. When we showed up in here, this was an issue, this little ledge here, and I've mentioned it before, but it's been a while. So this is part of the foundation, and it goes out, and this couldn't go away, and they asked, do I want a false wall all the way up? And I'm like, no, I don't. Not to mention, what would that have done to my windows? The depth of my windows are already decently deep, if you can see. The room was too small, and I just started thinking how we could enjoy that, and I use it all the time, you know that. But it was so tight here. Finding a nightstand that would work was tough, to be able to have one on both sides. I already owned these, and the sad news is I still need to paint them. Bought these at TJ Maxx so many years ago. They were in one of my rental cottages, and they're not the same color. They're the exact same table, but not the same color. So I want to paint them, and I'd love to have your ideas. I'll tell you what, they're not going white. If they go white, they disappear. That I don't like. I'm not a fan of black in this room because I've got this beautiful stained bed. And here's what I've said this before. I really wanted to paint this bed. You know, I love, like, I think one of the stores is called Maine Cottage. There's other stores like that where they sell beds that look a lot like this, but they are in very bright colors, like lime green and a beautiful blue, yellow, coral, or orange. And you know how much I love coral. So I've thought about that, but having it brown allows me a lot more flexibility when I go to decorate. So I also had planned when we bought this house, or built this house, that I was going to do quite a wild wallpaper. I'm going to have to go back and look at some of my inspiration. I believe I was going to do like a palm leaf wallpaper on this back wall, because I was definitely going for a tropical feel. And if you can't tell, you can kind of see now with this light fixture that I have, which I have repeated this design. It was quite accidental, and I got very lucky, but I got that kind of design in the bar area lighting and over the pool table, and I believe in this bathroom. We'll check that later. We had to use a slider or a pocket door here because there was no room to open a door with and have a nightstand. So yeah, I hear people saying that barn doors are out of style. Well, you know what? If they're functional and you need them, they're in style. And I really wanted this style where it looked like a shutter because that also lends itself to that just Key West, British colonial feel you'll see in, you know, the inspiration places. I was worried I couldn't hang anything here, and one day, this is literally a plastic mirror, totally plastic. I don't know where I got it. I've had it for years, but I thought, oh no, I'll never be able to hang anything here. And look at this. There we go. Plenty of room. I can slide that door right over it. So love that. I wish I could show you. I don't think we took pictures, but when we first came here, the trim on our doors was pathetic and there was nothing up there at all. So we immediately contacted them and said, we need to change this. And I don't know if maybe it was just this all the way around. And then we said we wanted a header. That might have been what we ended up doing. So it really makes such a difference. And I can't tell you how much extra it was, but considering what it did in the house, because it's all over the house now, there as well, it's magnificent. And then I think the baseboards weren't high enough either. And we told them, you know, we've got to have this upped a bit. I really wanted more panels in my doors, but my husband didn't. So we both agreed on this simple design, which again, it helped us, you know, as we were picking out our trim work. And I wanted gold down here. And so you'll start to see some of that again. This is a pocket door because the room was so small and the bathroom's even smaller that we had to have a pocket door in order to make this work. And by the way, yes, I was able to find almost it is the identical light for my vanity here. I love that. And well, I'm just going to walk out here really quick and show you. So I owned this already. I think you can still find this. I've had it for years. And then over the pool table, I was able to find this one. And let me walk over here. Even though the lights aren't on, I think you can still see. Yeah, you can. And these are beautiful. They have gold inside. They're kind of stained. And buttons, they're metal. So when you're trying to tie things in, sorry for the, when you're trying to carry a design throughout a large space, meaning more than one room, that is a super easy way to do it. And none of those, except for maybe the vanity and this one, because those look identical, they weren't even from the same store. And then up here, I love these big, the big fans that look like this. I have the other kind of fans at my other house. They're narrower, but they're more modern looking. Although this is pretty modern as well. So we went with a queen size in here, and I really didn't want to, but a king size really is tight. And as you see, I think it looks like it's been scooted over a little bit, but once I center it back, it's just perfectly sized for the space. And then a king size would have come out, I think, a little further here. We wouldn't need to have anything here necessarily. It's the reason there's a bench here. There's usually some kind of bench here. It's just because we have a bunch. There's stools and benches and stuff just left over from spaces, and most people want a spot to sit down, to put on shoes And usually when we're decorating in this room, depending on who's staying here, we'll have a chair over here as well, a very small one. And then this, let me close that. Well, you can see this is a buffet. It's not closing. Okay, hold on. I was catching on the drawer below. So this is, golly, we bought this at an auction years ago. It was a complete dining room set. I got another piece of it, which is a little bitty china, up in our exercise room holding books and towels and exercise stuff. And the table we used till it wore out in our kitchen, and we kept the chairs still because the chairs are so cute. So, but they're at Lake St. Louis in the basement. I don't know. I mean, I've thought about fixing this before, and then I don't. I've thought about painting it before, but I really have a hard time with that because this is so stunning to me. And I really don't know if that's special or not. Okay, and so I just use this for, the guests. It works just, it's just an idea. I'm saying that if you have leftover furniture, if you have the opportunity because you've inherited something, most people don't care for dining room sets anymore. Guess what you can do with the pieces of the dining room? There's so many things you can do to incorporate them and make them a really interesting piece in a room. I would use this in a foyer. I would use this, if it was low enough, I'd use it as a sofa table. I would love it as a coffee bar. I mean, I could go on and on of all the ways I could use this piece. Okay, and then our flooring in here is laminate, if you can believe that. I thought we were going to do a luxury vinyl or engineered wood. And as we kept talking to them, they said this has come up in such a way that they would recommend this for a basement area that could get damp. And this is... it's wide plank and it's textured. So I'm not running over smoothness. These little indents are really indents and it is beautiful. So I ran across these sheets at TJ Maxx or Home Goods. I'm not sure which. They are Tommy Bahama. I just loved the color for this room. And of course, I love the pattern. They're not as soft as I like, so I actually have the really soft sheet underneath it. I'm kind of pulling the hotel thing where they put a separate sheet underneath, and I actually even have the fitted sheet, the fitted white sheet underneath that one for a nice feel. But I don't think this was the beginning of the inspiration. It just all sort of happened, and this happens to me a lot. But I'll get the pillows, and then we'll go from there. Okay, the next piece is the comforter. Again, same place, TJ Maxx. I know it was Home Goods. They just had so many, and this is not usually me. I usually go for a pretty bold color. I don't know what it was about the softness of this, and boy, I know it's soft. I'm saying soft in color, but this is also soft to touch, and it has a reverse. I wouldn't use it that way to me, but I do think it's very pretty. And this is also Tommy Bahama. It was super reasonable. I don't know which is top. Okay, I think I do now. We'll see. I've had people ask me what kind of pillows I get. I buy my pillows at TJ Maxx. They always have, or Home Goods. They always have good ones. This is going to be the one, not my sleeping pillow, but for my pillow shams. And it is just a fiber fill by Calvin Klein. And we have the exact same sham with the same pattern on the back. Pretty sure I picked this up at Home Goods as well. I've seen similar ones. I have something very similar, but it's not exactly the same. But I only needed the one. All right. This was the inspiration for the room. I saw these when I believe I was looking for the stuff that I decorated our cottage in with all the lake stuff, and I adore it. I have another one over there. It's a similar tree, but not exactly the same. These were framed. They're wood. There's gold inside the lip of it, and then it's like a torn paper look. I know it's hard to see. So rather than a mat, it's kind of attached. And it has writing on the bottom, which is, the scientific name for it. And so it kind of goes with the kind of feel that I've got in the rest of the house with this botanical vintage feel, I feel like. And here's the big key. It was $29. I was just blown away that something this beautiful was in that price range. So, sorry, I'm trying to keep my ring light out. I don't want to turn it off, but I might have to. I'm going to go to that side with this picture. So the bedding is the foundation, but as you can see, oh my gosh, it just is like the same tree is on here. It's just unbelievable when those things happen. And the ledge makes itself very useful because I don't have to hang that up there. I can lean it, and I love it leaned. I prefer it that way. And here's the other one. So I've really got a really nice foundation. So looking at this, if I was staying in this color story, I could totally paint those a very deep green, I suppose. I'm not a fan of doing that though. I'm just not. I'm still thinking it through, and I'm so tempted. The more I stand here, I think about painting, not the bed, but this vintage piece over here. I don't know. So here's a really good close-up of this, and then we'll take you up to that. I just think it really, and even this wood showing here, it made all the more reason that I love that this is wood. Okay, we're going to turn our direction over here really fast. I'm not going to do a lot. Not going to do a lot on the side tables either. It is a guest room. I'm going to start with this lamp. You know I love lamps too. I know. I love everything, don't I? This lamp, it kind of leans a little. I bought this at the furniture store where, golly, I bought the big dining room cabinet that I have and the sofas out here. Some other pieces that you've asked me about before. You'll say, where did you get it? And it's a place in St. Louis, Missouri. It's not a nationwide. It is a private, a small furniture company. But they have such really pretty pieces. And so I saw this little guy with the palms and, my parrot. And it just was like, I've got to have him. I love him. So whenever possible, why just use an ordinary lamp? If you can use a lamp that has some personality, that adds to your theme, any lamp would work here. And I've used like wicker type lamps in here before, bamboo looking like lamps. This one just takes it up another notch. So I'm in love with it. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, although, here we go. All right. And then I'm going to do some wicker in the middle. So let me get that. I often use these all three together. They would be fine separate. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like lush or something to have them all together. I just love it. I picked these up at, I think this is a nationwide place. It was Furniture Row, and it was just in their accessories. The handles are just bent wood. So I really think that's special. But I'm going to use that in the center here for just a base. It adds a nice visual space. It adds the texture, and it goes along with the theme I'm putting in here. And it makes a nice spot for some magazines. I love to have reading material for my guests. This is fun because we live in a tourist town. And even though 417 magazine is based in Springfield, they kind of go through, they'll go all the way into Eureka Springs sometimes with Arkansas, with some of their things. So this one's old, but if they look good, I keep them. If they don't, I toss. This one is, well, I don't see a date. Volume 25, issue 4. Oh, there we go. So I've had this one for a while. April 2022. And maybe they're not open anymore, but Best Patios. So we have a lot of outdoor eating, being a tourist area that's on the lake. And actually there's 3 lakes. We're considered a tri-lake area. And then there's also water over, there's rivers over in the Springfield area. So, oh gosh, that's one of our favorite places to eat. Everybody goes there. I've got some great pics from there. And, well, we just ate there Memorial Day weekend. I gave you some pics on a bridge from there. Anyway, I'm just showing you what I like to put in weekends on the water. So these are just great things for people if they're staying with us. That they can look and go, oh, hey, can we go here or can we go there? This is the newest one, Summer on the Farm. Oh my gosh, so there's a farm here. It looked really fun that you could go to. I mean, they do events and stuff, but it looked like they had, you could go there and have dinner and stuff. We'll see. I haven't spent a lot of time in it yet, but anyway, I'm just going to pop those in an artistic way so that they can see the top of every single one. And we're proud of where we live. My daughter actually used to intern for them when she was in college. They used to have fashion. They have zero fashion anymore in that magazine. They did the biggest bridal area. I mean, it was huge because we have a lot of weddings down here. I don't know how many venues there are. She was married overlooking Table Rock Lake in a gorgeous spot over in Big Cedar. So anyway, another story, another time. I'm going to put some little things here, and I wanted a taller backdrop. This I wouldn't normally suggest in here, but because it's such a mix of things and a little bit of texture with the nest, and then this ball that's in here has a lot of texture in it, I feel like it works. It's like I said, it's not my first choice, but the height and the volume are so perfect that it's a great backdrop for some candles. I'm trying to remember where I got these candles. I'm gonna assume that they came from TJ Maxx, but I don't know. Look at that. This is so cute. I love this thing. I'm gonna keep that because it'll probably fit most candle tops. But oh, this is sandalwood myrrh, and the company just says DW Naturals, if that helps. It is it's a woodsy smell. It's more masculine than feminine, and I love it. I love the smell. I would probably love to burn it, but I don't know. Usually when I burn candles, I don't smell them as much as when they're just left with the lid off. I'm going to put one of them on the bottom there, and then the other one I am setting on this lightweight but looks heavy candlestick holder, candle holder. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Here we go. So this is so simple. I mean, am I telling you anything? I think what I'm trying to express here is I don't have two things at the same height. Now that would be fine if they were two matching lights, but because this is kind of my feature piece here, even though this is more heavy over here, it stands alone over there beautifully. And then we have a quiet space, but you know, there's also the practicality of you need, you know, access to that. And then just a set of 3 over here. So that's great. Now we're gonna just add the most minimal things to the side tables. I think these, I don't know if they came in sets of 3 or what, but I got this, I got 3 of them and I broke one. So I'm left with 2. They look like they were on clearance for $6.50. And they're really cute. So even though I have a little bit of greenery up on top, I may have even had these in here before, I don't know. It's just like a little, it looks a little bit like a piece of a pressed green. And then I'm going to use this. Reminds me of something that you would have on a boat. And of course, my glass, if you're not familiar with these. These are quite expensive now. They weren't when I bought them, and I will link them below, but I'll also link the ones that are made of crystal. They're a little smaller, but they're much more affordable. In case you like this, I do. I'm gonna mirror the other one with a different plant, but and I'm gonna mirror the ball with another ball, just a different one and larger. And then just for that vintage feel, no cord attached. This does work, but I don't have a phone connection down here or anything. I just think it's so cute, and it can be decor. It can be. It is now. Isn't that funny? It is. We probably used to hide these things. Okay, those are the tables. I'll do a close-up when I do the whole thing for you. I'm going to get a throw and a basket and we'll be done. My throws, especially the green ones, have been like well used. I started with this, I believe, in the family room this year, and it's been in many places. I've got, you know, 2 of them. I think the other one's somewhere as well. I'm pleased with it, and it wasn't that expensive. Okay, I can play with that all day. And then I like to keep a basket in here. Now, a lot of times I'll have a throw in there. I might put beach towel or some gear for the pool or the hot tub in here. Did I mention they could use it as dirty clothes as well? So I do have a basket in there for dirty clothes, and I do have a beach towel in there already, but I like it. I like the look of it, and so I'm gonna have it in here, and when somebody comes, I'll figure out, because of who it is, what I'm gonna put in it. Well, there you have it. I hope there was some inspiration for you for, you know, any spot in your home. These elements don't have to be in a bedroom. You know, if you're looking at the light fixtures or you're looking at the artwork, the lamps, you can just kind of carry the same idea into any room. I'm going to back up and show you a pair of pants I got on Amazon that I love. I didn't get them in time for my vacation. That I didn't love. They're wide-legged and they're crop. I don't know. They're cuffed. And they have a zip up front and then pockets, pockets in the back. They're like a jean. And they're stretch. So I actually probably could have gone a size smaller and I don't know what size I got. I'd have to look, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it tells you what size it recommends to you. I'm going to link everything I can below. I hunt and hunt until I find something that's very similar. And I so appreciate when you shop my links. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for your comments and your ups. You guys, I really need those. And it's so sad. I have been within 10 of the next, let's see, where am I at? I don't know. I think I'm at 6,491. I got up to 98 and then I fell down to 89 and then I went back to 95 and then I fell down, and it's just like up and down, up and down. So when you do this for me, it helps me be found by some other people that will like it. And I'm not sure why people unsubscribe. I try not to offend anybody, but maybe you just get bored. I have no idea because those people are gone and I can't ask them why. But I'm doing the best I can, and I hope that it's inspiring for you. And I can't wait to see you again. I will come back this week. I don't know what I'm bringing you yet at all. I might do a haul because I have some stuff sitting upstairs for 2 weeks that I haven't even opened from Amazon, and it's to change a room. So I think that might be fun. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.